Hi, Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker here. So I'm kind of feeling inflamed. So there we go. And it's a full moon in Aries. And so that kind of energy is really about independent action. And Aries was Mars, well, is Mars. And Mars is one of the planets that we really align with. And so that energy, that Mars energy, that full moon illuminating tonight, what is it that you're going to do with that full moon energy? So the first thing that I'm going to do with that full moon energy is ask Anita to bring me my glasses so I can see you guys who are coming on. Hey, Joe, nice to see you. So right after I get Anita to bring me my glasses over here, I will, I'll do the singing bowl because, so while she's looking for those, I'm going to do the singing bowl. This is a heart chakra bowl. I'm hoping you can see it there. Let me pull it over. And well, obviously what it does is it affects the heart, right? So we're just going to use that right now because I feel like the energy that's up and what we are faced with right now is a lot of angry, aggressive energy. And so I found myself kind of getting pulled into that. So when I do, and when it doesn't feel like me, because I know that ultimately I'm love, that incongruency, that out of alignment, works really well to be brought back in with vibration. So here we go. Oh, nice. So just let that permeate you. I'm very fortunate because I get to be right here. And I get to just have my heart right over it. And so since my heart radiates out in 360 degrees, I'll fill my heart up and take this in wherever you are and allow your heart to be open. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. So tonight what I want to talk to us about is setting ourselves up so that we have a successful week, so that we can be accomplished and do what it is that we set out to do. So when we do that, when we take Sunday, the day that we honor the sun, and then we're moving into Monday, the day that we honor the moon, whether we know it or not, it's for most people, Sunday isn't a day of rest. It's a day of preparation to get back into the 9 to 5, that workaday world. And people start getting anxious and kind of, I call it jiggy. And so that starts to happen. So when you take a moment just to listen to the heart bowl, or when you take a moment to actually be planful about the next few days, what happens is that things calm down. We love to think that we're in control, right? Well, I am doing a 5-day challenge. It's called Fearless as Fuck. And what it is we're going to look at how we can harness fear for our benefit, how we can use our voice, how we can stand up for ourselves and actually be able to overcome fear, because we turn it into an ally as opposed to an opponent. So thinking about those kinds of things. And as we're doing that, and as we're preparing and getting ready for the upcoming week, what I want you to think about, and we're in October, and I don't know where you are, but there was frost the other morning. And so we're preparing for winter. And when I think about Aries and the full moon, we're illuminating down on how are your preparations coming? Where are you in right alignment with what you want to complete this year? You know, we have a little less than 90 days. So it's a really good idea to cast out there and say, oh, what do I want to accomplish in the next 90 days? So we have allies and helpers, right? There's guardian angels, there's plant medicine, there's spirit guides, there's singing bowls. We have all of these allies to help us. So what I'm going to teach you in the 5-day challenge is how to really harness that energy so that you come out in 5 days and you don't feel as nervous as you were feeling before. You don't feel traumatized because I teach you how to be able to be separate from your mind. You know, we think that this 3 pounds up here, well, for a lot of us, it does rule us. It stops us from doing all kinds of things because we tap into the reptilian brain back here. I'll tell you more about that when you join me. So tonight, let's set ourselves up for the most amazing week of your life. And how are you going to do it? Well, we're going to ask the cards because that's always a good way. And we're going to actually set an intention. So when we're here together, set your intention to have the best week of your life. And don't let your brain say to you, well, that's nonsense. How's that going to happen? Just say, thank you for that. Thanks for sharing. And then look forward to having the best week of your life. When you do that, it's a setup, right? It's a setup for you to look for things that harmonize with your best week. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple of cards. Actually, hey, Amy, Allison, nice to see you. So you guys can see the cards, I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a card for tomorrow. Oh, and this is it. So this is what we're getting for tomorrow, and I'll put it right up here, and we'll talk about it in a minute. Okay, so that's Monday. Let's look at Tuesday. Temperance, all right. You know, this is the second week in a row that we have had major arcana on Tuesday. So it came in last week. I think that was the Empress. And this week we have Temperance. And I'll tell you all about that. Now, Wednesday is when Fearless AF is starting. So let's just have a look at this card. Beautiful. We're being given an emotional gift if we'll stop pouting long enough to accept it. So, you know, I think about fear in that way. It's an emotional gift when we're willing to have a look at it. So more about that. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Now, on this Wednesday, I think I said that Fearless starts then. It doesn't. It starts tomorrow, Monday. So hop on. On Wednesday, however, I do have a big event. I'm going to be on the Oracle Scroll. We're doing a live broadcast. So catch me there. I'll put a little note out for you. And look at what Thursday brings. Thursday brings decadence, opulence. Once we accept the emotional gift, then a lot of freedom happens. So here we are on Thursday. I'm going to look at Friday. Friday, we rise above the struggle. Okay, I'm liking this week because when you get a thing that says rise above the struggle, then what you can do is you can set your sights on doing that. So let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow is happy, happy, joy, joy. You know, I'm always talking about living in bliss. Well, this is the bliss. So what we have here is we have a family. They're all joyous. The kids are jumping around. This and 10, this is the end of the whole cups. We're at a place where we can celebrate the ability to Here we go. We can celebrate the ability to manifest because we're all manifestors. Look around. You've manifested exactly what you've got. This says, be happy about your home life. Be happy about, well, kind of be happy about everything. And then Tuesday comes and it says, let's bring everything into spiritual balance. Because when we're out of balance, in any realm, physical, emotional, spiritual, it's difficult to get back into right alignment. So this says, take a moment, take a moment, get into right alignment, be doing your highest and best or better. So this is Tuesday. And then Wednesday comes along and we're back in the emotions again. So we had Monday that was all about completion on the emotional level, bliss, happiness. Then Tuesday, bringing things into balance. Along about Wednesday, what we get is we're being given an emotional gift when we can stop pouting long enough to accept it. Have you ever done that? I have. Something comes up and it's not quite what you want. It didn't quite work out the way you thought it would. You had an expectation that wasn't met and you're attached to that expectation. So you're like, okay, that's never going to work out again, right? You're all there like this. And then along comes another cup, another offering, another emotional connection. And what happens to it? Well, you start to reject it. This says, open your arms to receive. So I open fully to give and receive love. So that's Wednesday. So spend your day opening and receiving. On Thursday, the benefit of that opening and receiving on an emotional level turns up in the physical world. So it turns up as completion. Something will be complete by Thursday. And then Friday brings us the ability to rise above it all. And if you've been paying attention to the world out there, and it's difficult not to, then you want to protect your heart. And this is what the first few days talk about, is like, we want to be open-hearted, but we also want to be mindful of how much we expose our hearts to being banged around. So, I don't watch the news. Somebody will tell me if something important happens. And so far, I've seen the same stuff for about the last 8 or 9, 10 years. So I'm good. But think about limiting the trauma on your heart. Because when you're watching that, if you're an empath and if you're here, you'll be watching it. You'll be empathing it. So you want to make sure that you protect yourself. So that's bringing things into spiritual balance. Open to receive all the love that you can, but first give it out. And then notice that as you are giving and sharing of yourself emotionally, the physical world begins to take care of you. And on Friday, just go, oh, you know what? I don't have to get back into that again. And I'm just going to take a moment and finish by doing the singing bowl again. So hang on and let's just complete by doing that. So everybody go ahead and open up your heart and let this beautiful sound in. Okay, here we go. So I hope that translates for you. Bless everyone. Have a fabulous evening. Bye-bye.